room for the exit plan? Can we make room for the exit plan? Exit, yeah.
Sir, it's your boy, man, Keiz Ali. You got a lot back into On the Way Out with Keiz Ali. And today, I got two people that I work close with. Well, I'll say close because we work through text messages. We work through times in studio. I'm gonna be honest with you. These guys are amazing, and their show is amazing. But I'll let them tell more about themselves. At the top of the screen, I got Kassie Rae Shy From. How you guys doing tonight, man?
Well, good, man. Good, man. Glad to be here. Appreciate you having us on.
Not a problem, man. So, Shy, tell them about yourself, man. Tell them about the shows that you're on and what exactly you do.
Well, by day chef, by night podcaster. I'm on Grit Talk podcast and Whose Man's Is This podcast. Experienced a lot of life. I'm just here to tell you about my journey. That's it.
Gotcha. Kassie Rae, you the only female on Grit Talk, right?
Yes, sir.
How was that? You holding it down over there?
Absolutely. First lady of Grit Talk podcast. They made it a whole year without me, but now they couldn't live without me. So
we have canceled a lot of shows where she will not be. She's not there for sure.
You always need your lady counterpart, a part of the show. But you guys came together and you have a podcast by the name of Whose Man Is This, right?
Yes, sir.
Can one of you guys tell us exactly what that show's about?
You want me to take it away?
Go ahead.
Okay. So basically, Whose Man Is This is a battle of the sexes. It's about open dialogue between men and women based on just day-to-day things that happen or things that you may see via social media. And just my views is always, I've been cursed with misogyny, and I feel like so I feel like a little bit comes out there for sure. And Cass, she there to balance everything, because a lot of from the first episode, like, I had a view on things, and then she really opened my eyes truly to certain things I don't think about, and I felt like the world needed to hear just trying to come to a commonality of, you know what I mean, men and women, and more positive.
Now, Kassie Rae, y'all got 2 episodes left to the season finale. What have you learned about your co-host in this time?
You know what's crazy? Shy and I have been friends for years. I'm talking about, what do you mean, like 2013, like Q3 2013. And it's just, you really think you know somebody.
It's some crazy things that your co-host said we'll get to a little later in the show. Yeah, but one thing that you guys talk about on your show is relationships. You talk about, the hard decisions that you have to make, and you put a lot of your own lives into your show, which I appreciate a lot. Because like you said, I learned a lot about Shy that I wouldn't have known with him just sitting there. It really opened up the book. And the same about yourself. And one thing that I never knew that I take knowledge to now is that you were once married and divorced. So you got a whole book of knowledge that we need to see about in season 2. I think you need to lean more into that divorcee and tell us what we need to avoid when we get married. But that's for another day.
I gotta get a couple of NDAs out, but we definitely get that popping.
But one thing I wanted to bring up was about women being just as thirsty as men. All right. Now, all the time we see on Instagram, Facebook, social media, where girls are screenshot a guy's conversation where he didn't say hello, how you doing, you beautiful, and it goes all down about 30 text messages till it finally says fuck you, and we all laugh and be like, my man tried. But I think that females are the same way. So my question is for Shy, man. Tell us about an experience where you had a thirsty young lady that wanted Shy from the foe, and how far did her thirst get her, man?
So when I hear that, I think of like one of my experiences, like fresh out of college, like just left college, and I was on my own, and I used to work at Clemson University. I used to deal with this chick that worked there, and that was one of the worst decisions I ever made.
But, why you say that, man?
Because okay, so you talk about thirst. So like she used to come to work and like she would always like flirt. I didn't really pay no attention in the beginning. But you know, every man go through that stage where it's like, well, it's kind of dry over here. Let me see what's going on for real. So then like so I there was a situation where I gave her a little bit of light, and then she just took it. I told her that she was cute or whatnot, and so then she just went from that point on. She tried to be in a relationship type shit. And one time,
Hold on. Time out, Shy. You went from telling her that she's cute to she wanted to be in a relationship.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I really think this girl is crazy, and this is why I say she's crazy and why the thirst got her cut off, because it was a time I wasn't feeling good. I really think I had the flu. Like I was leaving work early and I just wasn't feeling good. And I told her like, yo, I don't feel good. I'm finna go to the house. Her response to that was, well, let me give you some head to make you feel better. And I
She
was
want to
like,
suck on a sick dick.
my point exactly. That was my exact words. I was like, so I'm
like,
sick.
bitch, I need Theraflu. Like, what is you talking
Not
about?
throat.
She thought she had the NyQuil. I don't know what she thought, but
you went through with it, right?
No.
Oh,
I got out of there. I couldn't. If you said that while somebody's sick, you'll do anything. You can't be trusted. I had to slide. I can't do it. And then she proceeded to show out at work, and that's why I was like, I never deal with a coworker ever again, for sure.
Oh man. So did she ever get shot from the floor, or did you just cut off?
Oh no, no. I told you it was dry over here, so yeah, no. I had my.
Oh, she ended up getting in the long run.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
What's some of the things
That
you said she was thirsty? You said she was thirsty. What's some of the things she was doing, man?
There was a time where like I talked about this on the podcast before, but so she wanted me so bad that she lived in Anderson and I stayed in Greenville and I needed to get to work. My car broke down. She was like, I'll come get you, but I had to pay the fee for her to, and I don't mean cash value for her to take me to work.
Yeah, it's gas or ass, bro.
Yeah, facts.
Kassie Rae, you sitting over there with a crazy look on your face, but something tells me you went the mile for a young man before.
And so you said what, Keiz?
You went the mile. I'm pretty sure you went the long mile for a young man before, right?
You had to.
You was doing homework, man. I was like, damn, I wish I would have called her when I was in college.
And still
doing the homework.
Relax. I'm not still doing homework. I mean, if he need me to, I might. But I just no. You gotta learn your limits, man.
How far have you went? What's a thirsty moment for you when you realize like, damn, I'm acting a little thirsty for this man?
I have like two like. No, okay. So the one thirsty moment that I ever had, well, I'm lying. I hopped in DMs one time, and it was successful for me because I only had to shoot once, right? Like, so it was successful.
Okay.
But the one other time that it was like a tweet and delete because I ain't getting no response. It was like this fine dude. He posted this video of himself after he got a fresh cut on Twitter. And I don't know if it was like, I don't know what came over me because this is just not even me. But he was local. He was in Greensboro. He go to A&T or whatever. So I was like, wow, it looked like you would be this many miles away from like falling in love with me, but the amount of miles was actually my phone number. And like it was clearly my phone number, right?
That's a good shot. That's a good shot.
So
that's a good shot.
He responded with like 3 like laughing emojis, and I was like, "Oh, dead."
He responded though. Why you deleted?
Yeah,
child, because you weren't about to embarrass me. I'm too cute for that. So
man. Did anything?
I think it could have worked.
No, he did. Like after that, it was nothing. Like
You still follow him?
I do.
I'm gonna leave that one alone, man. Shout out Darius. I'm gonna leave that one alone. I'm gonna leave that one alone. But Shy, man, you speaking of work, you said you'll never deal with another chick at work, but you made some weird comments a couple of episodes back on your own show where you said you not having sex after a long day at work, man. You still feel that way?
That still stands, bro. Like I want people to understand that when you enter a kitchen life, bro, like you literally on the clock all the time. I put in overtime over there. I can't come home and put in overtime too. Like you gonna have to.
Are you worried about your performance? Like it ain't gonna be the best?
Nah, I be tired, bro. Like it really be like not performance, endurance is the thing, and it just be like it take me longer to get out of that mindset too. Cause like for me, it's a mental thing. Like I gotta be mentally there. Like if I know how my body feel and how I just feel just drained, I'm like, my mind won't let me get into that state of mind. Like, girl, if you don't get off me, get your ass to sleep. Like that's
really?
It. Yeah, bro. Like,
I've never done that, man. I've never had that situation. I've had plenty of sex when I got off work. I've had sex in the office, brother. Like I don't understand. I never understood that.
Well, I can feel that. I've had some of the I was dealing with somebody at work, so we did have sex in the maintenance shop, but
that is nuts. I'm not talking about that was all over the floor after neither. That's crazy.
That's wild. Listen though, Shy, you've never ran into a problem with that thought process. You ain't never had a chick like, well, nigga, fuck you then.
Listen. It's been a time where like, you know, they get mad, but they always spin the block. So yeah, that's why again, like I said on our show, this is why I don't nut the first time I have sex with you, so that you'll spin the block. And once you get to them good one time, they gonna always know what you're capable of. So then you ain't gotta worry about that. If I'm tired, I'm tired. You want the best performance from me.
Fam, you just said you don't catch a nut the first time around.
Facts.
That's another crazy thing you said on your show that had me like, man, Shy, what the heck?
He's a manipulative slut. Like that's all it is.
But Shy, like, where do you get this thought process from? You just come up with it the day of, like, nah, I'm good. Like, I'm not doing that.
Nah, because for years you hear about women talking about how, like, a dude nut quick or whatever, and then they cut them off so fast. So I was like, I got the thing. I'm like, if I don't come at all, like she said with the manipulation, I'm like, I'm gonna play off the insecurities. Like they gonna be wondering, like, oh, I must not have been performing well, da. So I'm like, well, I just did that. So now they gonna have to perform. They're gonna step up their game that very next time. Like it's gonna be wild because they.
I gotta look in your black book, brother. You got some special type women, bro. Because I'm trying to kill it the first time for you spin the block, not make you feel insecure about it, man.
I'm telling you, just I don't know. My mind is a dark place, bro. Like I don't know where it comes from. It was just a thought one day, like, and then when I seen the results that came behind that, like I got some bodies that like you would never expect to be wild, and they really turn up, and it's only because. They had to be tricked into it to unlock it. If
it worked for you. Kassie Rae, exactly. you making faces again. So I'm back looking at you now, man. You ever been with a guy that's considered as a workaholic?
No.
You have. You do, and I ask this with all due respect. You do have sex after work, right? We everybody else in the world does that, right? Just wanted to make sure. But have you ever dealt with a man that had like a work wife?
I'm usually the work wife.
This is what you get when you watch these shows, man. You would think things would go one way, and
it goes a whole nother way.
How do you get into those situations, though, man? How do you allow yourself to always be the work wife?
I'm not always the work wife, but I catch a good one every here and there, right? So I'm currently, just disclaimer, because this will come back and bite me in the ass. I'm not currently anybody's work wife.
Okay, good.
I in your position.
Right. I run the show. Like there is nobody else below or diagonal or lateral to me that I could even anything, whatever. Because I just I don't know. I used to have a pattern of being flirty. And I used to like a lot of attention. I mean, there was a time where I was in a long distance relationship and we were in 2 different time zones. So like when I was up, he was asleep. So we're at work.
That's when they are creep every time.
Y'all two with these long distance relationships, man. Like what the how?
I won't do it again.
I
won't do it again.
For me, I'm just now getting into a position to where I understand myself better. But it's like more recently, I had somebody that lived somewhere, and then they actually moved closer. And when they moved closer, I realized like, oh, so now all my free time is considered dedicated to them. And for me, that was too much for me. Like I was like, nah, I don't like that. I'm not comfortable like that. You know what I'm saying?
But what you do about the sex though?
Oh, I go get it. Don't you?
What's the farthest you drove, Shy?
6 hours.
Jesus. Did you stay overnight? You stay for the week or something?
Oh, what? Yeah, I'm gonna stay for the weekend for sure.
Okay, I was just making sure. 6 hours, man.
I've done 7.
Did you stay? Whoa.
Of course, yes, I stayed. That was a relationship that I was in. Yes, but that's a hard turnaround to do. Even staying the weekend driving 7 hours is not enough time.
Yeah, it's not because you're driving most of the time, but 14 hours.
Right.
Really back.
The positive. Go ahead.
The long distance things is baffled me until recently. I seen the show. I can't remember what the name of the show was, but they have these sex toys that's less than like $300 to $400, where the woman has like a dildo and she can suck it, fuck it, etc. And the guy has like a pocket pussy machine. It's like a machine about this big, and he slides it on his dick, and everything she does to the dildo happens to his dick.
Oh, there's some new technology.
It's like I think the dildo was like maybe I think $100, and the pocket pussy thing was like 150. So it was inexpensive. I think it was like Amber Rose's line that she came out with. Now with something like that, I can do some distance, but I don't even like to drive more than 2 hours, man. So I can't go. I can't drive longer than 2 hours. It blows my mind, man. I gotta catch a flight, and flights get expensive.
Facts.
Now, the last thing I want to talk to you guys about is this most popular word that we see on social media, and that's toxic. This toxic, that's toxic. I want to know, the host of Whose Man Is This? What is toxic to you?
I don't know.
We got an episode about that.
Is that? Am I pointing to him? Because that's
you're pointing to him. he's toxic.
Him.
I mean,
Shy, you literally said, "I will not nut to break your self-esteem and make you spin the block." I don't know how more toxic that is, brother. I don't know.
I have no words, man. I am who I am.
What's some other toxic traits that you have, Shy, man? It's better to air it out and feel good about it later, man. What's up?
Like I said, unfortunately, manipulation is my cup of tea. So that's toxic. Are you
a cheater?
You ask the right people, they probably say yeah. They definitely probably say yeah.
You guys got an episode talking about that as well. Everything that he won't answer directly, guys, go check out their show, and I'm pretty sure he's breaking down why he feels a certain way. Kassie Rae, you seem innocent, but you got some toxic traits going on with yourself?
I'll tell you one.
Or should I ask Shy that question?
I'm gonna tell you what's toxic, right? And this is how you save your fellow women from niggas like me, right? Your toxic trait is you don't be telling niggas when they don't give you good dick, and you just let them think they put it down, and that's very toxic because they go other. That's irresponsible.
Not anymore. I don't do that now. I'm very honest. Not these days. Obviously, I'm in like a relationship, but before, yes, I had a bad habit of just letting shit rock.
You just lay there and stare at the ceiling like it's fine.
I did a lot of faking. Like, I'm talking about A1 actress over here. Like, put me on the hub. That's how good I was. Like, but them
terrible.
Just terrible. But see, and I'm gonna tell you what happens with that is you boost these niggas' egos, then they go run into the girls that I deal with, and then they don't do what they supposed to do, but they the relationship type of people, and then they calling me after he leave, and you know what I mean? All because you didn't tell him the truth.
Because you didn't tell the truth. You're ruining the world, Kassie Rae. You're ruining the world.
Your shitty behavior. Is that what you're trying to do here? Are you trying to spin this shit on me? That is crazy.
What made you change? What made you start telling guys like, yo, this shit was trash? Try again.
Well, I got tired.
You got a nigga. That's what happened. You got a nigga. That's what happened.
A nigga checked in. And that was it.
Yeah. Because if you were single, I still don't know if you would have the heart to tell them. I'll be honest with you. You'll probably talk about it on the show, and that's how they'll find out in front of the world.
Shy, what's the best way to be told, though? If you don't perform that evening, what's the best way for a woman to tell you, like, hey, my man, that wasn't it?
Hey, we had a conversation right after.
Really?
Yeah, because, again, now I got something to prove. And now, that's it. Yeah, tell me right now, like, before I go. For sure. Tell me right now.
I got one last question for you, Shy. We gonna slide, man. Actually, the question is for both of you guys. What's your take on gas station dick pills?
Blue Rhino, go for it.
he plugged in his brand.
A1.
Go for it.
Hold on.
She not finna reach and give.
Boy, I thought she was about to pull one.
They are. Hold on. Let me hold the line. This shit is it's not a gas station, but it's a mail order.
Is that the Chew?
Hell yeah! Shout out to Blue Chew.
It's the what? Now, can you elaborate? Because I don't know what y'all talking about.
Hold on, I'm trying to get it open.
Ladies,
that was a question that I had going on in our group chat. We was talking about how the shit was unsafe, but y'all both were saying yeah to it.
Boy, this shit is lit. You get the right look. Not only if you mix like a gas station pill with like a gas station size wine cooler, it's a fucking time and a half.
Listen, I have all the aspirations to be in somebody's safe club, and I already know how to.
Is it like a what is it called? BC powder?
No, it's like a capsule.
It's a capsule.
Jeez, I was really joking around. I thought you both was gonna say no. Again, people, if you watch their show, this is what you're gonna get. You're gonna think shit'll go right and it'll go directly left. Listen, I won't keep up any more of you guys' time, man. Thank you guys for kicking it with me. I'm on the way out, but make sure you guys check out their show. Plug your show. Tell them where they can watch it at. Tell them what network it's on and get things like that, guys.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. We are Whose Mans Is This and Grit Talk Podcast. Shout out to I Say Podcast Network. You can find us on YouTube, Spotify. What is that other one? Apple. We on SoundCloud. Anywhere you can listen to podcasts, you can find all of us. So shout out to Whose Mans Is This. Go ahead.
But it's one more you forgetting. The questions.
The Ask FM thing.
Ask FM. There we go. We have an Ask FM link in our bio for Whose Mans Is This, for topics, confessions, questions, comments, concerns, anything that you want to hear, blast it on Whose Mans Is This. We have an avenue for you to do that.
Gotcha. And
we also go live too, so we can get some feedback from y'all. For sure.
And another thing you guys have that I want you guys to tell everybody about is the third co-host. Can you guys talk about the third co-host?
Yes. So if you would like to be a third co-host on Whose Mans Is This, which we have in pretty much every episode, submit a voice note, little video snippet, let us know, and you can be a guest. You can let us know how you feel about how we as women handle things, or how they over there handle things in the men's world.
Well, again, thank you guys very much for stopping by. Make sure you check out their show. Make sure you follow these guys, man. It's Whose Man Is This? It's on the I Say Podcast Network. It's a beautiful show. I'm a part of it behind the scenes, so I'm kind of sort of gassing it, but I'm telling you, it's the best shit out there when it comes to men versus women. And the boy Shy, sometimes he hold us down, but sometimes he go left, but you got to get behind him. I be behind him every single show. Like, come on, Shy, hold it down.
He definitely do. He definitely be behind me and support the bullshit. We appreciate you, man.
No problem. The last thing I have, I'm sorry, I keep saying it, but the last thing I have is I want you guys to give a tip to your peers. A tip for other people that's podcasting, maybe have a relationship podcast, or just a tip that you have for the day. Every one of these episodes, I have different creators on. So I asked them just to give a tip about life, a tip about podcasting, a tip about something. So either one of you guys or both of you guys can give us that tip for our peers before we get out of here.
What I will say is, and this is something that we gonna have to start just utilizing ourselves, but like everybody said, and it is the golden rule, like be consistent. Like consistency is everything. If you have a bad episode, everyone is not gonna give you a bunch of views or nothing. Everything you got to get out the mud when you're in the podcasting. But the only thing that if the people can rely on you every week, then you'll never go wrong. I don't care if it's just 5 people. Them 5 people gonna be looking for that episode.
It is true. Kassie Rae, you got something for us?
On top of being consistent, stay organized. Use a fucking calendar or something.
That's what Keiz was very pertinent to this.
Right. If you are like us who have these like high level stress jobs and also do podcasts on the side, you need some organization about yourself for real. We make it work, but it's a little greasy behind the scenes.
Boy.
Get organized, get consistent, and get a good team behind you, because no matter what it is, Whose Man Is This? Keiz being our producer, or Grit Tower Podcast, where the 5 of us are creative directors for the whole thing, we wouldn't be successful without those 2 things.
Or network, because I will say a lot of I Say Podcast Network has helped us a whole lot with both podcasts, and just being able to give you everything that y'all come to see. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes even content for sure. Definitely.
Gotcha. Well, again, thank you guys. I'll let you guys go, man. Thank you again. If you haven't checked out their show, check out their show. Thank you for watching. This is On the Way Out with Keiz Ali, and I'm out. Thank you guys.